hardest thing I've ever loved to do was letting go of everything I ever knew. 19 years of dreams left in my room as I buttoned up the jacket of my suit. And the hardest word I've ever loved to say was goodbye to my mom and walk away. Choking on my tie and on my tears as I walk down the hall into those years. And the sweetest song I ever loved to sing filled the empty sea on angels' wings. And the chorus filled my soul 5,000 strong. And I wished it would just go on and on. The firmest hand I've ever loved to shake was my trainer's with that big grin on his face. He grabbed my bag and put his arm around me and whispered, I'm gonna work those Mr. Max right off your feet. And the hardest words I've ever anguished for came just before some lady slammed the door. And my trainer left me hanging out to dry as a minute of painful silence rolled right by. But the hardest tears I've ever loved to cry fell as I opened up my mouth and testified. Between the tiny walls of a stranger's living room, the Spirit told their hearts my words were true. And the most wonderful sound I've ever heard is the sound of water running in the church, as someone I'd come to love got dressed in white. My eyes saw their first glimpse of heaven's light. The hardest thing I've ever come to see is a man down on his knees in agony. A drop of blood falls down on olive leaves, and for a moment he suffers there for me. The hardest thing I've ever loved to do was getting on this plane and coming home to you. In a million ways completely torn apart, as a land so far away still owns my heart. In the most sincere prayer I've ever prayed, I thank my God for each and every day, for the blessing of the man I've come to be, as I walk up and kiss my mama's cheek.